we've talked a lot about the human element, and once again, I remember from the start we talked about this 10, 20, 70, the 70 being the biggest part, the human part of the iceberg. If we talk about this human side of AI as a technological revolution, there's a lot of debate today about AI and jobs, of course, as with any technological or big industrial revolution. Some people worry that AI will replace us, for example, replace humans, and others say that, on the contrary, AI will uplift us, will help us enhance our capabilities, etc. Terms, for instance, like human in the loop or augmented workforce, we see them all over the place these days. They come up a lot in the debate. What is your view on this?
Well, this is a great question, and it's a bit hypothetical, but I'm genuinely optimistic, maybe too much, but this is my nature. I think AI will enhance the human capabilities and not replace us. This is my best guess. And because when we say human in the loop, we say that AI should handle the routines, the repetitive tasks, all the crappy work we don't like to do, and freeing people to focus on new and more valuable things and activities. So maybe I'm too optimistic, but what we learn is with the previous technical revolutions, like steam engines to internet, we had already a couple of them. Each technical revolution created fears about job loss. But yet each time human found another way, new valuable things, new task to perform. There was no job loss, massive job loss for the long time. Okay, maybe we had a cut at a short period of time, and then
some jobs are lost, again. Others get created or enhanced.
So the transition obviously is
positive.
Is globally positive, even if you can find periods where job disappeared. When those repetitive tasks will be removed from our plates, we will be able to focus on more valuable ones. And this is important. We will be able to explore new fields. For example, instead of spending time interpreting X-rays, things that AI is doing perfectly well today, all the medical people, they can focus on patient care or medical research or new treatment. They can focus on more valuable things. The same in customer service. AI can manage simple queries, and then the people can focus more on customer care or activities that need more emotional interactivity. So I don't believe in the full job loss and AI to replace us. But in other words, I think Iron Man will strike Terminator. Okay, so I prefer Iron Man. Iron Man, Tony Stark, is enabled with his AI suits, and Jarvis is his assistant, his AI assistant. So he can perform things differently and is really enhanced by the technology, not replaced, by his suit. So I prefer definitely Iron Man to Terminator.
I think that's...
I'm too optimistic, maybe, but
but I think that's a great metaphor. And I was thinking when you were saying it about like Iron Man and Jarvis, and I was imagining myself in the future being the Iron Man professor with Jarvis assisting me. I think my students would love that.
Yeah.
But maybe it's a bit too Hollywood-like, too glamorous.
Yeah.
Talking about this partnership between Iron Man and Jarvis, It makes me think about a great book I love about AI. It's Ethan Mollick's Co-Intelligence, which really has this idea of working together. When we know that people have those fears of job loss, when they have some distrust towards AI, how can companies get employees to embrace this partnership?
You're perfectly right. The trust is the critical factor here. And transparency is key also, because trust and transparency works together most of the time. So employees must understand and know that AI is here to help, not to replace. So that's key. And recent surveys shows that almost 70%, 68% of the companies are planning to maintain or even expand their workforce alongside AI adoption. So they recognize that AI will not succeed if employees are afraid of it. So they need to work on educations and training significantly. That's really important. So it doesn't mean that employees need to be tech specialists of AI and understand all the technology perfectly. They need to understand the basic AI principles, and in order to boost their confidence, they need to be comfortable using those tools, not to be experts or specialists in AI and algorithm or whatever. So if you're explaining to an employee that an AI forecasting tool has a very small margin of error, he starts understanding that AI can help and is here to help, not to replace. That's really important. You fear what you don't understand, usually. So once you understand the way it works, things are getting better. Okay, the fear is going away. So you need to really be comfortable with those.
With the technology.
With the technology. This is the key.
You mentioned the importance of explaining and understanding, and I find that one of the difficulties for people who are not experts like myself, one of the difficulties for us is that the terminology keeps expanding and evolving. For example, in 2025, agentic AI is all the rage. Everyone is talking about agents. We hear a lot about cloud AI connections. Now we start hearing also about responsible AI. So could you maybe quickly walk our audience, our listeners through these different terms?
Well, yeah. So if I go quick, because it's
a very vast.
It's quite complex, but for having it clear, agentic AI, which is the next big thing, and today we are talking about agentic AI first company, so it's even deeper. An agent, an AI agent, in fact, is a Gen AI chatbot that can make decisions and act with other systems or other agents. So it's kind of a software that acts independently. Okay, so you can imagine a software automatically managing your inventory, and at the same time start ordering supplies and arranging all the logistics for you. So tackling the entire process,
making decisions and acting as well.
Yeah. This is really key, and this is what agent AI are doing. So this is very efficient. Okay, it goes beyond the Gen AI thing. Okay, because not only the Gen AI just answer your questions, here the agent acts and decide for you. Mm-hmm. So this is what we call agentic AI, and most of the companies are launching things around that because it will be the next frontier.
And how about the relationship between the cloud and AI? I know you're a big expert on cloud topics.
Yeah, Well, so it's a symbiosis. Cloud needs AI, AI needs cloud. Without it can't work one without the other. So cloud enables AI to have the full compute and storage capacity. This is very important.
The access to the
AI
large
needs
data.
to scale up. And AI is pushing cloud to be more efficient, to be more energy savings. So this is really a symbiosis. And the cloud is the backbone, in fact, of the AI. This is a good image, I think.
Okay. And if we talk about the third point I mentioned, the responsible AI, of course, today everyone, not just in terms of AI, but in terms of business in general, we hear a lot of talk about ethics, about responsibility. But ethics still sounds something, if I may say so, abstract. When you're trying to launch AI initiatives, you have your eye on your bottom line, you have your eye on creating value.
Yeah.
To what extent do you find that companies are taking this whole idea of responsible AI seriously?
Yeah, well, responsible AI is probably the most important topic today because of the agent AI making decisions and acting. So you need to control them because it's going even far than the previous AI tools. So this is really important, and responsible AI ensures that AI is fair, transparent, and respect privacy, and also has clear accountability. This is really key in the process of AI adoption. We all heard about stories and bad stories about AI making biased or confusing decisions. And so responsible AI is here to prevent those problems and before they start, for sure, because when they start, it's too late. It's already too late. So you need to build the trust with responsible AI. This is really important. And without trust, anyway, employees and customers, they will not use AI. So remember our previous topics. So you need trust, and to build this trust, you need responsible AI to be fair, transparent, and accountable. This is really really mandatory. Okay, and all the regulations that are coming are tackling this challenge.
And even to go back to a previous point that we were talking about, because you just said that responsible AI becomes even more important as agents become autonomous.
Yeah.
So it means that the idea of a human in the loop becomes even more important.
Exactly. We can't afford to lose the control on AI. This is impossible. Otherwise, it's Terminator who wins.
Instead of Jarvis and
instead of Iron Man.
Iron Man. Jean-Christophe, our talk has been fantastic so far, but unfortunately we will need to wrap up at some point. So to close, I'm suggesting we do a quick lightning round. So I will mention a group of listeners, and you can give us a key advice to that group of listeners in, let's say, about a minute. Is that okay? Are you ready for that?
Ready.
Perfect. Let's
go.
start maybe with CEOs, leaders navigating digital transformation, AI transformations. What's your advice for them?
Well, first, you, as a CEO, you need to lead actively from the front and to keep people at the center. This is really important. Digital transformation or AI transformation, you name it, isn't something you can delegate. It's your problem, your concern, and your objective. So as a CEO, you need to lead the show on that. The second thing, remember the 10-20-70 rule. And spend 70% of your energy and effort on people and processes. This is a way you can drive a major change in your business. So that's the two main principles
for CEOs.
I would recommend for CEOs.
Perfect. That's a great piece of advice. Now, if we think about researchers, for example, if I take doctoral candidates, we have a few at ISC in our DBA program. Many of them are interested in studying digital transformation. What would be your key message for researchers interested in these areas?
So for researchers, I would say stay grounded. It's really important. Tackle real world problems. Produce practical insights. So this they need to. If you're a researcher, you need to focus on how AI will change organization, will change the way people are working in a very practical way. Engage directly with companies, collect real data, evidence-based advice. This is really key for understanding the change, and also don't overlook the human side. It's very important to understand all the leadership styles, all the cultural challenges, the psychology behind digital transformation. This is really key. It's a matter of human, once again. So, and maybe a third advice is make your findings accessible.
Communicate.
Because communicate. You need to publish in an academic way, for sure.
Of course.
Or if not, you're not a researcher. But also complete this with some add-ons, some executive summaries, some articles, some webinars. Make it reachable, easily reachable.
I think this is, by the way, great advice, not just for doctoral candidates, but for all of us in the research community. We know we have a big effort on that. Maybe lastly, how about students and young professionals, people who are starting their career today in this fast-changing AI landscape? So,
this is a world full of opportunity. If you see on the optimistic side, and I'm an optimistic. So there's a lot of opportunities, but with always having in mind to be a lifelong learner. Most of the technology and the tools that you will use in a decade doesn't exist today. So be a long life learner. This is really important, to stay curious about AI. And understand and being comfortable with technology. Also, those students today, or the young workers, they need to build on their human skills, the creativity, the critical thinking, the empathy. This is what will differentiate from AI and help them to survive in this new world. You need to work on your soft skills, in fact. And finally, keep your ethical compass clear. And this is a transformation compass here. So, but the ethical compass will be very important. This is what will make the difference between success and failure in AI adoption. This is key.
So stay curious, build on your human skills, and stay grounded in ethics and keep learning.
Yes.
Maybe just one last question to wrap up. If you can help us paint a picture of the future here, what's your vision for 2030? How do you see the world of business, technology, transformation by the end of this decade?
Well, 2030 is far from now and quite close at the same time, and a lot of things can happen in the meantime. So it's quite difficult. But if I have a vision, or more exactly the hope rather than a vision, because it's always difficult. But I think digital transformation will be embedded in our day-to-day life. And I would like to compare digital or AI as electricity. Okay, it's here. You don't know how it works exactly, but it's here. It's invisible, almost invisible, but it helps every day in our daily life. So my hope is that AI becomes like electricity, invisible but very useful at the same time. And I think at the bigger scale that AI can help us or will help us to solve big problems like energy. How do we manage energy tomorrow? This is the optimization of the efficiency of energy will be key in the coming years. Enabling also healthcare breakthrough. That's something AI will help us a lot in healthcare, and also in education, personal education and training. We can have very specialized and personalized thing to do with AI.
Well, that's a great way to finish, I'd say, our episode, practical yet hopeful. Jean-Christophe Lessy, thank you so much for sharing your insights, your experience, your expertise, and your optimism with us.
Thank you.
I will definitely keep in mind many of the metaphors. Jarvis, the organizational acupuncture, I think that one I will definitely use. It's a great contribution to the Transformation Compass.
Okay, thank you, Nabil, for having me today, and long life to Transformation Compass.
Thank you, and thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Stay tuned for our next episode of the Transformation Compass. This podcast is brought to you by the Doctorate of Business Administration program at ISC Paris, and see you next time.